Hello everybody and welcome to another video of R&R Partners. My name is Ruxandra, I am managing partner of R&R Partners law firm in Romania, and today we're going to talk about making changes in your Romanian company, which can involve all sorts of things from changing your headquarters, how to change your company directors or shareholders, how to change your company name, and so on. But before that, a little bit of shameless promotion. As you might know, or if you are new to our channel, you will find out right now, R&R Partners is a Romanian law firm located in Bucharest, and we are specialized on business law and immigration law. Also, we do real estate and other fields of law. So if you need help on Romanian legislation, you can book a legal consultation with us, or you can write to us at office@rrpb.ro and we will talk further there. But going back to the matter at hand, so making changes in your Romanian company. I guess that if you're watching this video, you have already opened a company in Romania, or you are thinking about opening a Romanian business, and you think, what will happen in the future if I change my mind about things like where my company is located, who my company is involved with, like the shareholders, and so on. The good news is that all of this can be changed just the way that it was made when your company is incorporated. So when you open a Romanian company, and I'll try to link somewhere over here our video about opening a business in Romania, when you open the Romanian company, everything was done remotely, hopefully. That's how we do it as lawyers, by the way. We never go in person to the trade registry unless there's some sort of problem. So you can stay happily in the country where you are located right now. You do not have to come in person to our offices in Bucharest, but we need all your papers to be sent to us remotely in scan, so we can make the changes on your Romanian company, just like when we open your company, which also can be done remotely. And yeah, that's how we do it. We just need the scans. You need to sign all the papers we are sending to you. This generally includes a shareholder's decision. So either you by yourself or you with your other shareholders will need to sign a piece of paper showing that you have authorized us to make the changes, a change which can be changing your object of activity. For example, you no longer want to sell products online, but you want to offer services. You want to offer tutoring for English, or offer coding IT services, right? Or you want to change the headquarters of your company someplace else. All this will be reflected in the shareholder's decision. And the second most important document we will need from you is to sign the articles of association, right? So the updated bylaws of your company, because when you open your company, you had these bylaws drafted by lawyers who say how the company is named, where it is located, what activity the company will do, who are the shareholders and administrators, right? Directors of the company. Because not everybody who's a shareholder is necessarily also a director, so has power of representation. You can have somebody in your company owning 10%, 50%, whatever percentage of your company, but they are not administrators. They cannot go and open company accounts, they cannot sign company contracts, and so on. So these are the main documents we will need to make the changes in your company, which again can be made remotely. To this we add other types of documents depending on the case. And here we will go through the main things that can change in your company. First of all, if you change your headquarters, we will need proof for the new headquarters. Many of our clients decide to open a company very easily with headquarters at us, the lawyer's office. We at R&R Partners offer this service. So if you come to us, you do not need to have necessarily a place where to put your company headquarters, be that at your place or at a co-working space or actual offices that you rent in Bucharest. We can just open your company or change your company headquarters to us as a law office, and it is totally legal. We do not offer the service of receiving correspondence or secretarial services or calls at our office, because it is more or less virtual offices, right? You cannot come here and work. We are not a hub. We are a law office. but in Romania, we as lawyers can do that, offer you this facility and have the headquarters here. Because what we are asked many times is, do I really need a place for headquarters? The answer is yes. Without headquarters in Romania, you will not be considered a Romanian entity, and this is something that you need from the very beginning. Besides headquarters, maybe you want to change the company name at some point. You can also change the object of activity. You have now changed from offering services, like you're no longer a company named Professional IT Services. It doesn't make sense for you because you have changed to selling products on Amazon, and you will change your company to beautiful books on Amazon. Well, in that case, maybe you also want to change your object of activity and your name at the same point, but you don't want to affect your company structure, or you don't want to affect your headquarters. We can do all of that through the documentation that we submit at the Romanian Trade Registry. Or maybe you want to change your shareholder structure. You have sold your company successfully, you made an exit, and you want 100% of your shares to be transferred to someone else. We can do that as well. Or we can transfer just part of your shares, 60%, 10%, how many shares you want. This also brings another thing in mind. In Romania, maybe you know, we have a very advantageous tax system for micro enterprises. Just 1 or 3% tax on the entire revenue of your company. But starting from this year, and I'll try to link the video here Remus made with the company tax changes from 2024, starting from this year, entrepreneurs can no longer have more than one micro enterprise in their name, which means more than 20% of the shares put in their name, right? So they sometimes go into business with a family member, have some shares taken by them, or maybe a friend, a business partner, and this way they can have micro enterprises in Romania. Another question that we get many times about making changes in your Romanian company is, can I make the changes myself? Do I need to go to a lawyer? And the answer is pretty much that you should do that, especially if you are a foreign citizen, because the forms that you need to do are not English friendly. You must do them in Romanian, and even if you have somebody helping you. We have some clients who tried to open a Romanian company or make changes at the trade registry with a Romanian friend, and it didn't go that well. It took us more money and more time to sort everything out, because the papers were not done successfully. They had some errors, and it was more time and money in their part than having somebody professional from the very beginning making the changes. The problem is that if you want to make changes yourself in your Romanian company, you can either go in person at the trade registry, but you'll need somebody there who will speak English for sure, and you might end up coming there more times because you don't have the only one turn. You just register your papers, everything is fine. You might have your company papers checked, and they will need you to make changes, and you can come again, and you will not have a second term to make changes if everything is not right, because they will just reject your file. The second option is to do everything online. That's how we at R&R Partners do everything, just online. And for that you need an electronic signature. So as you see, even if you had a Romanian friend helping you, if they're not a professional, if they don't have electronic signature, you might end up losing your time. So yeah, those are pretty much the options. Speaking of somebody else making your changes, another thing we do not recommend people is to have the bookkeeper or their accountant making changes in the Romanian company. Again, they are not legal professionals, and we have seen many people doing that and having us be paid more and having more time involved with making everything right because the papers were not in order. Bookkeepers are generally very good at what they're doing, having the accounts done in the company right and keeping the books. And one last thing about making changes in your Romanian company, a thing that we are asked many times by clients or potential clients. By the way, if you have any questions about the video, if anything is unclear, or you still have any other things that you need to have clarifications on, you can ask us down in the comments below. If you have been on our channel for a while, you know that we answer each and every of the comments. This is done by us as legal professionals, not by a secretary, not by an assistant. So yeah, you will get the good advice over there. And if anything is unclear, you need more help, you can book a legal consultation with us or write to us at office@rrpb.ro and we will chat further there. And yeah, coming back to making changes in your Romanian companies, we are asked many times, if I open my company somewhere else, either I did it myself successfully in some way or with another lawyer, another consultant, but I don't want to go to them anymore, can I come to you guys? You can help me make the changes? And the answer is yes. We have been in this situation many times. Maybe the clients don't have a good communication with the people who initially helped them, or they did not like the fees or the time frame or anything like that. They can come to us and we can make the changes in the Romanian company. The thing is, what we will need from you, our clients, is the papers for your company being kept in order. If you no longer have, for example, your bylaws, right, so your company articles of association, you don't have them in your revised format, the one that was registered at the trade registry, not just drafts that you have sent by email to your lawyer and come back and so on, we will need to make inquiries at the trade registry, so the Romanian company's house, to get your papers, because without very good information, we might end up registering a file that is not successful. It will be rejected and you will need to pay us again to register another file. We can do that, of course, but yeah, just make sure if you are opening a company with anybody, also with us, please keep your company papers in order. Scans are very important. Also the drafts, the Word format is important, because in the Word format we can make the changes very easily without any issues. We have also made a video about the most important things to do after opening a company in Romania, and one of the things that I'm telling you about is keeping your company papers in order. It is very important, and I'll try to link the video somewhere here in a card. So that is about it for today about making changes in your Romanian company. Again, if anything is still unclear, you have any questions, drop them in the comments below. And if you enjoyed our content, don't forget to give us a big like and subscribe to our channel. We post videos every 2 weeks on all sorts of topics, on commercial law, immigration, raw real estate. If you liked our content, you can also go to our channel back. We have playlists on Romanian visas, on driving in Romania, Romanian healthcare, and many, many more. You can check out our videos there, and you can also follow us on social media. We are very active on Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn. Up until next time, have a lovely day. Bye bye.